Today we're going to take a look at a couple guitar riffs from the proggy bridge section of my song Pro Tempore. This was the song that accompanied the last Prog School lesson, so if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and do that now. We're going to look at this main bending riff from the section as well as this 16th note 7/8 riff. So let's take a closer look. So let's take a look at this main riff first. This is really just going between two chords, B minor and then A minor 6. But really, A minor or B minor to A minor, that's kind of the main harmonic motif from the piece. If you watched my lesson on this song, I kind of go over that a few times. But what's really happening here is these sort of bluesy riffs. Like over the B minor, here's our first part of the riff. And this is all coming from B minor pentatonic. One thing to note is these quick little bends. What I'm doing is hit, and I haven't notated as a quarter step or half step, but it's probably like a quarter step. Very quick. Just kind of grabbing it for a little bit of character. So that's B minor. It's all using B minor pentatonic, and we go to the A minor. We're using A minor, well, it's kind of A minor pentatonic up to that point, and then we do the same bend we did here before. If you think of that F sharp over the A note, that's your major 6. This is kind of a Dorian, bluesy Dorian vibe because it's the major 6. I liked keeping that same note with the bend. It just kind of led some continuity between these two chords. So that's the whole main riff there. And it's actually a lot trickier than it sounds because those little bends, it kind of throws it off a little bit, and there's a very syncopated rhythm. So just be aware of that as you're learning it. And there's a couple different endings to this riff as well. That's the first one, and that's in 7/8. And then the second ending for this riff is, which is using that A minor 6 chord. All right, let's take a look at this 16th note 7/8 riff. And the 7/8 here is divided into two groups of 7/16. And those 7/16 groups are done as 3 and then 2 and 2. So if I play it slowly, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then the next part, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's kind of the idea. Really for me, I think when I'm playing, it's easier to feel this whole pattern of 7 as kind of one thing. So, and then I play the next one. You play the first one again. And then you have this last one, which is a variation that involves the flat 2 from Phrygian. So. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've played the whole thing slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what I would do is to take each one of those groups of 7 and kind of work on them separately and then see if I can string them together. Now the second time through the riff, there's just a very slight variation on that last group of 7. It goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So if I play the whole thing slowly, it looks like this. Picking wise, I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing. I'm definitely not alternate picking because these are odd numbered patterns and because it's also not super fast. I'm starting each one of these patterns with a downstroke, so let me see if I can figure out what I'm doing. So when I'm moving across, like on this second part, where you're going kind of one note per string. I'm doing continuous downstrokes, but it's not sweeping where you'd push through, which is a smoother sound. They're actually individually picked notes. Down, 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 up, down. Like that. Now you can pick this however you want. I think if you're a good down picker, you could probably down pick everything. I'm not a great down picker, so I'm down picking when I'm moving across those strings because I think it's easier than alternate picking one note per string, especially at this speed. But I'm not trying to down pick every single note. I am doing some up picks in there as well. So whatever you need to do picking wise to get across this, but you do need to pick every single note because that kind of gives it that aggressive sound that we're going for here. So that's that riff. It's a little bit tricky, but I think if you spend some time with it and break it up into smaller sections, then you'll be able to handle it no problem. So there's a closer look at those riffs. If there's any other parts of songs from the Prog School that you want me to take a closer look at guitar-wise, just let me know and I'll see what I can do. The tabs are available for this song as well as all of the other music that I post on my Bandcamp as well as my Gumroad, which is my official store. And if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, bell notification, comment, all that good stuff. Until next time, stay proggy.